Hi guys, Lee here. Welcome back to another practice. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. Today we're going to be doing some yoga to relieve some tension from the upper body. We're going to be getting into the neck, shoulders, maybe a little bit of the lower back here. I know my upper body has been a little stressed since quarantine. Everything's a little bit out of balance. I've been spending a little too much time on my phone, on my laptop some days, taking too many naps. So whatever is off balance for you today, hopefully this practice will help you. So to get started, let's go ahead and pick the position that you're going to be seated in. We're going to be seated for most of the practice, so it's important that you feel comfortable. You can either choose to sit back on your heels the way I'm doing now, or you can come into an easy seated cross-legged position, which I'm actually going to be taking. Now it's important that we keep the spine nice and long throughout the movements that we're doing and the shoulders drawn back over the hips. Whatever is easiest for you, you can sync your breath to the movement or hold each movement for a count of 2 to 3 seconds, whatever makes more sense for you. Now we're going to start off bringing movement to the neck. So when you're ready, start to tilt your chin up towards the ceiling and drop the head back as much as you can, as much as it's comfortable. We'll hold here for 2. Start dropping your chin towards your chest. Keep your shoulders down, away from the ears, drawn back. Awesome. We're going to do 2 more rounds of that same movement. So on an inhale, when you're ready, chin up towards the ceiling. Chin to the chest. We're trying to only move the neck here. And try to keep stillness throughout the rest of your body. Last round here. Inhale, gaze up. Drop the head back. Exhale, chin to chest. Awesome. Let's bring the gaze forward. Now we're going to start looking over the right shoulder, trying to get that chin in line with the shoulder point as much as you can. Let's turn the gaze over to the left. Taking your time and maybe staying a little longer if you feel like you need to. 2 more rounds of that. Looking over to the right. Looking over to the left. Sitting up tall. Last time, look over the right shoulder. Look over the left. Awesome. Now come back to center. We're still working on the neck here. Let's start making circles in the neck. We're going to go 3 circles in one direction and then 3 circles in the other. Maybe starting to find a flow with your breath here. All right, last circle on this side. And start reversing the motion. Make them as wide as you can. Bringing the circles to an end. Let's bring the gaze back forward. Now this is gonna be my favorite neck stretch, and it's also gonna get into the shoulders a little bit. We're gonna bring the hands behind the body over to one side. So I'm gonna start over to my left. It doesn't really matter which side you start on because we'll do both. And then let's clasp the hands together. And if you can't quite clasp your hands together, then just bring them over to the side as much as you can, even if that means that your hands are kind of hanging out, overlapping over one another. But if your hands are clasped, we're gonna bring them over towards sort of the upper rib area, and then the elbow that's sticking out, we wanna draw it back. So the shoulder blades are kind of pinched together. And then we're gonna drop our ear towards the left shoulder. So if you're doing the other side, ear towards your right. You should feel a nice stretch throughout the right side of your neck. Awesome, and let's hold for about 3 more breaths, 3 more seconds. Awesome. Moving slowly and gentle. Start to come back to center, and all we're gonna do is switch the hands over to the right side of the body. Press that right elbow in. Hands are clasped by the upper ribs. And now let's drop the ear towards the right shoulder. Let's do 3 more breaths. Maybe closing the eyes. Allowing your body to relax and melt into these poses, into these movements. Inhale. Come back to center. Tilt your head to center. And let's release the hands here and just shake out the shoulders. Awesome. Now moving down to the shoulders, let's start to make some wide circles. So on an inhale, let's press the shoulders up towards the ears and down away from the ears. Let's take 2 more. And then let's bring that movement forward. Shoulders up towards the ears, and then round them forward. Three more. Last one here. Awesome. And then find your way back, shoulders over those hips, find your alignment. We're gonna take a seated twist. So let's bring that right hand over to the left knee. Left hand comes behind you. Let's start turning the gaze either to the side of the room or slowly working the gaze back. And let's switch sides. Left hand to right knee, right hand comes behind. And we're gonna move in and out of that 2 more times. So let's switch it over, twist to the left side of the room. And we'll switch, twist to the right. Last round. Twist to the left. Keep your spine long. We'll twist to the right. Inhale to center. Let's place the hands on the knees, palms facing down, and this is going to be our last movement for today's practice. We're going to do some seated cat-cows just like you would in a tabletop, except this time we're seated and our hands are going to be on our knees. So we'll take an inhale. We're going to peel the chest forward as your shoulders draw back and we lift the gaze up. And then on an exhale, start rounding your spine, pressing your torso back, drop your chin towards your chest. Inhale, chest comes forward, shoulders draw back, gaze goes high. Exhale, round it out, chin towards your chest. Let's take 2 more rounds of that. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Last one. Inhale, press forward, really exaggerate your movements. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, come back to center. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope this practice helped you in some way. Come back to it whenever you need it. And let's practice being more mindful on the things we're spending time doing during this quarantine. Notice what is causing you stress. Notice what is causing you some tension, and let's work together to reduce that. Maybe minimize the amount of time that we're allowing ourselves to do these things. Once again, my name is Lee. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.